Greetings, today my Focus RS, I am installing the color matched door lock bezel from Paintmodz.
Alright, so this is it in all of its glory. Hopefully it comes across on camera just how nice the paint job is on this. It is an exact perfect match for the Nitrous Blue, obviously on my car. Of course you can get it for pretty much any color, or at least you could, but we'll get to that in a minute. Perfect color match, and as you can see it is going to be replacing this part right here. As you can see as well, I do have this little like coin thing that sticks over the lock, which is also from Paintmodz actually, which is a pretty nice solution. This is like the older sort of style of solution to cover up the lock, to sort of deter like thieves or whatever from trying to like bust the lock to get into the car. But this Paintmodz came up with to entirely replace that, entirely cover this up, and basically match how it looks on the other side. It's just going to be a really nice, neat solution once we have it on there. It's made from a genuine Ford part, as you can see the various bits and bobs underneath, and yeah, basically they buy these and then they paint them perfectly to match the paint. I knew that it was going to be an excellent match in terms of the paint because of a number of things I've got from Paintmodz before. So like this, I mean, you can see it is perfectly matched in with the factory paint, but then other things like the little washer jets right here, and my personal favorite, the shark fin aerial. So yeah, I mean the paint was always going to be good, and of course you can get it in whatever paint finish you want, or at least as I alluded to before, you could. As of filming this, Paintmodz seemed to have removed the option from the website, which is kind of a bit disappointing. I'm going to assume that they had supply chain issues, and maybe it'll come back. So, I mean, I'll continue with the install and show you how it's done. It's going to be pretty easy, quick, and simple. But yeah, if you're going to go down this route and do this, at this point at least, you would have to like source up the part and then get it painted up yourself separately, which is kind of a pain. But still, hopefully it will come back to Paintmodz at some point in the near future. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to pop the door open like this, and we need to find this here little plastic cap, because underneath this there is a Torx screw that we need to undo in order to release the stock bezel, and then of course we put the new bezel on and tighten it up again. So to get this off, we need to have a trim tool. We just go in with our trim tool, plastic trim tool of course, because a metal one will do some damage. So we just, there we go, sneak it in, pop it in, and that just pops right out. It's a very thin little plastic cover, but there you go. If you're doing this, looking in this hole, you will just about be able to see the little Torx screw that's in there. I'm struggling to capture it on camera because it's a very dark little hole in there, surrounded by quite bright paint, but you know, take my word for it, if you look in there you can see it. So yeah, we just need to get our screwdriver in there in order to release that. Alright, so this is the tool that I'm going to be using. It's a T25 Torx dedicated screwdriver. Now, the reason why I'm using this and not a bit holder is because this is very thin here and the hole is quite small, and you might have trouble getting a bit holder in there. You might not, depends what you have, but also the bit holder has the risk of the bit could fall out and fall into the door cavity, which obviously we don't want. So yeah, we'll get that in there. We'll start unscrewing the screw that's in there. The little Torx screw is captive, so that means that once we have it screwed out enough, it won't just fall off, and it won't fall into the door cavity either, which is nice. And once it is loose enough, then the actual bezel, the original bezel, will be loose and it will come away. So we will hold it with our other hand whilst we are undoing it with this hand. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here you can see the stock bezel, which of course has the lock barrel still in it there. We're not going to be putting this back in, we're just going to be putting our new bezel just straight in without anything underneath. It basically completely removes this physical lock, so I guess it is even more secure once we do this in a way. So yeah, we just have to go and get our new D-lock bezel and get that in place. Okay, so we just want to line this up, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we can tighten up our Torx screw again, and that will be it. Again, whilst doing this, we will hold it from the outside and tighten with our other hand. Okay, so once it starts to feel reasonably tight, not going to overdo it, and that's that. Alright, then we just have to put our little plastic cap back on, and that's installation complete. Well, there we are then. That is the Paintmodz D-lock bezel installed already. Very, very quick, very easy to do, and I think quite effective given the small amount of effort required. It looks really nice. The paint is exact match, as you can see right here behind me, and yeah, being a forward part, it fits well and it just looks the part, and it's another added bonus that you get that extra security level by having the lock removed, so someone that comes along with a big screwdriver isn't gonna be able to do anything. So yeah, all that is great. I hope you like it. It is a shame, of course, as I mentioned before, that Paintmodz don't offer these anymore. I assume it's a supply issue and it may come back, hopefully, fingers crossed. But anyway, I hope you like it as much as I do, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe for more content to come very, very soon. Thank you once again. Goodbye.